Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First play, first pass for Brady. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. A lot of hype, of course, going into this one with the Cowboys and the Bucs. They met last year in the season opener. Remember, that was the night they raised the banner in Tampa. It was also Dak Prescott's comeback game, and the Bucs wound up winning 31-29 on a late Ryan Succop field goal. Really good game that was. Well, these two teams were also the 2 best offenses in the NFL last year. The Cowboys gaining 18 more yards over the course of the season than the number 2 Bucs. Brady now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Brady again. And that is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Working from the gun, it's Brady. To the right side, complete to Miller. He's got room at the 30. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. There on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. On third down, a run from White. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. Succop's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. To the air on first down with Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Pickett. Open man, Lamb, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off-play action. Pickett. He'll buy some time right. He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Pickett back to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
trying to run for it with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 26 yards. And the Cowboys have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trask now off the play fake. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end fire move. Shoves him away. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Pat Fryermuth from 4 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. On 2nd and 7, Trask going deep this time for Miller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Pickett. That is caught by Lamb. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it. And I feel awful for the offensive tackle, because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Here's Freiermuth again. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 52 yards rushing for him in his 1st half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Pickett. And a quick throw here that's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or...
Touchdown, Cowboys! Pat Freiermuth. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Pickett sets up play action. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. He's got the 1st down and more. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, 69 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
final play of the half here. Trask. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Going to run again here with Pollard. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession isn't empty.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Sam Williams bringing him down that time. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. From the gun, Trask. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Trask on first down. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Trask now looks to throw on first down. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On third down, Trask. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
19 Tigers.
Trask to throw for it on 4th down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is down to 28-10. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second down at 5. Here's Pollard again. And some room to maneuver. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Pickett now on first down. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down and 8. Now a give here to Pollard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On second down, it's Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 89 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bucs force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun. Here's Trask. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd and short yardage, Trask. And now here is another interception. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cowboys are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trask. And Miller with it over the middle.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's Trask. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, They don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And they'll throw again. Here's Trask being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Trask. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short pass.
It'll be intercepted. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The CD always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Dallas, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home